Hey everybody, this is Joe. Thank you for watching my Giga Texas construction update video. For today, let's discuss the battery cathode plant now that vertical construction has begun. I'd like to go over some reports about lithium and spodumene concentrate 6 SC6 supplier shipments, what SC6 production is and how it will be used. I'll discuss some battery cathode construction timelines, and I'll show you a hypothetical rendering of the finished battery cathode plant, at least for phase 1. Recently, Drive Tesla reported that Core Lithium is targeting the end of 2022 for the first shipment of lithium, specifically spodumene concentrate 6, to Tesla. So let's go into the article a little bit more. The link is at the bottom of the screen and in the video description if you'd like to see the full article. As you may know, Tesla has been entering into contracts with many raw material suppliers, and recently they have an agreement with Australia's Core Lithium, and specifically for spodumene concentrate 6, and we'll go through that in a minute. But there's only one place that Tesla has to refine that into lithium hydroxide, and that is at Giga Texas. And they're now targeting the end of 2022 for the first shipment. Per the contract with Tesla, Core Lithium is responsible for refining the raw materials into a powder called Spodumene Concentrate 6, or SC6. And specifically in March, they had the agreement that they would provide 110,000 tons of this SC6 to Tesla. Now, Giga Texas is the only place that Tesla has to refine SC6 into lithium hydroxide. And I covered this subject in depth in my 12 March 2021 video, but I'll do a brief recap on the next few slides of what this process entails and why it's so important. If you would like more in-depth information, I recommend you take a look at my 12 March 2021 video. So here is a rough outline of how the process will work. From the mine itself, raw ore is extracted, and then something called dense medium separation occurs, and it makes finer particles, as you see in the picture in the bottom right. Then from this, refining happens, and they make a powdery form called SC6, which is spodumene concentrate 6, and this is what will be shipped to Tesla. So once the SC6 arrives, what does Tesla do with it? They make something called lithium hydroxide, and they use a heating process for SC6 to about 1,000 degrees Celsius. This process is called calcining, and it makes it possible to remove the lithium from the ore. After calcining, a chemical process is used to make the lithium solution. This lithium solution goes through several stages, but it becomes lithium hydroxide, and this is a critical component to the manufacturing of battery cathodes. Once the battery cathode plant manufactures the lithium hydroxide, it is transported over to the main factory building to the 4680 battery cell production area, where this raw material, along with other components, are mixed and used to make the necessary components for the cathode, and they also make anode and other parts of the 4680 battery, and then they produce the actual battery cells, as you see in the photos here. Now that we know that the supplier timelines for SC6 arrival to Tesla, and we know the basic process, let's talk a little bit about a timeline projection that I have. So based on current progress, I estimate the basic steel skeleton of the battery cathode plant to be completed at the end of July. And then continuing on, I estimate that the first substantial completion of the battery cathode plant will happen sometime at the end of September or early October, and this will allow production equipment installation to begin as well. And you can see at the bottom of the screen what the definition of substantial completion means. Next, I would anticipate the initial testing window sometime in the late October to mid-late November timeframe. And then, assuming that there are no significant delays based on a variety of different reasons, I would estimate that the facility will be completed and ready to accept the first SC6 shipments at the end of the year, and then ramp production at the beginning of 2023. I base these estimates on information I receive around the site, and also is very consistent with information that Tesla has recently provided based on the 4680 ramp and product production. And finally, I would just give you a basic rendering I have made based on information that I have received from around the site of how the battery cathode plant may look when it is completed, at least for phase 1. And you can see it here in relation to the main factory. So there you have it, a lot of information, some reporting about spodumene concentrate 6 suppliers and their timelines, what SC6 is and how it is used to make lithium hydroxide and how that is important for the 4680 battery production facility, and also a rendering of what the production plant may look like when completed. I hope that you found all of this information helpful. A special thank you to all of my outstanding Patreons for your continued encouragement and support. Patreon members get access to hundreds of high-resolution photos, previews of the future material, and direct dialogue with me. If you would like to support my channel, please consider becoming a patron using this link, which is also in the video description. Please also consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons, as this helps as well. Thank you. My drones are ready and raring to go. Let's go flying over Giga Texas.